Do you remember what a day that was?
Mm-hmm.
Longest day?
There's you and Tiger. Did you see these pictures?
Pat's in there, one picture.
What's
He
it?
flew down there on a business trip. What was the name of the church, or was it a church?
Yeah,
That's a good picture.
Just a chapel, wasn't it?
there's a Baptist church.
Or was it?
Wow. I would have lived there.
You and Lady take your honeymoon there.
Well, he's crazy about the beach.
But me, okay, after you had your wedding,
Oh,
did you have to go back and shake everyone's hand as they were going out? Is that what they do for all weddings?
but he's teaching them to fly by instrument. What are you doing now? Yeah,
Oh, yeah? You know, I should like go back in, like you just walk out, and then we stood right outside, and then when everybody else came out. And sometimes
Well, who's that?
Mom and
Roger
Dad,
and Ronnie.
yeah, boy,
Oh,
you can tell they've all dropped some weight.
And since then,
Mm-hmm.
were those pictures taken after the wedding?
I looked at picture before.
how old were you, Tony, when they got married?
Probably like 9 or something.
Were you that old?
Matthew was just 1.
So I'd be 8.
Were you the little thing that spread your roses on?
No, Alex was. He was the ring, guy that carried the ring pillow.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Tony,
I lit the candles.
Oh, did you?
Andy sees his picture. Andy still has a fit about the outfit that he has on. He didn't like that outfit. He was 3. It's not like you could tell he did or didn't like it. So what Becky did, just bring up her whole album for you.
This is Grandma Donna's.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, look, there's you.
Oh, look. Is that up there?
Uh-huh.
And I had that, what was around my neck?
It's pearls, it looks like.
There's all your children.
All my children, that's a program, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
All in the family.
Who's that?
Well, it looked like Big Uncle Dick talking to somebody about it. Sure.
Oh,
It was
really?
Grandpa
Oh,
Roger
was it Grandpa? Oh,
in the tux, in the black tux.
Was Dick and Doris there?
I doubt it, but I don't know.
Really?
Where did you get married at the first time?
Corny. No, it was Carl. Corny is where we got our license, at the courthouse. And then the preacher lived at Carlisle.
Where's Carlisle? But he was still there
It's a
anymore?
little teeny weeny dicky town about probably south and east of Corning. It's hard, it's on, I mean, it's on the map, but we went over there because he was the preacher here in Tingley. And we just found them, they're the nicest old people. Then on Sunday afternoon, we're Methodist, we could do more than Presbyterian. And he had a croquet outfit in the front yard. Well, the house, there's a new house there now. You probably remember the old house over, wouldn't you? Common house over there by the Methodist. Anyway, he'd go uptown, then there'd be probably 5 or 6 of us kids there. And they were an old couple. And he'd go up to the drugstore and get some ice cream, bring it down, and they were just a couple that loved kids. So,
How many people were at your wedding?
I wouldn't ask anybody. No, Bernice and Ira was there, and Mary and Ira.
Oh, yeah.
They were married, and then little Bernice was there. And she was crazy about Ira then.
So weren't you 19 when you got married? Right? Or were you 18?
I think maybe I was 20.
How were you?
No, I don't know what it was.
So Ira was married before Bernice.
Ira was married to Mary and Ira were there. That was his wife, and they were married then. And then we took Bernice with us. And if we were going to have Mother, Granny Ferguson, I heard Winifred let fly all over me that that dear little mother, Bertie should have been asked. I didn't care what they said. If my mother couldn't go, Bertie could stay home too. And she didn't care about me anyway. She just loved Irene. And mother-in-laws, you know, well, that was one I could write a book on. If you can't be a good mother-in-law, you better
Be quiet.
just give up. I think it's terrible when you are mean or ever say anything mean to a daughter-in-law or son-in-law or anything. You have to act nice,
Yeah.
whether you want to or not. I like all of mine. All my in-laws are nice.
But your last ones weren't alive though, were they?
What?
Your last ones weren't even alive, were they? Art's parents.
Oh, what do you mean?
You said you liked all your in-laws.
Mm-hmm.
Was
My
it-
daughter-in-laws and son-in-laws.
Okay, I thought maybe
that's what I
I
meant.
thought you were talking about mother and father-in-law, and I said, well, Art's part of already gone when you got married, weren't they?
And Mary Sue's stepdaughter,
Yeah.
she's wonderful. Earl Lee was always awful nice.
Didn't Ira and Mary have a daughter, right?
Well, Joanne.
Sorry,
Joanne.
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 Ira was a daughter of Joanne,
And see,
his first wife.
Oh.
I wonder if she was, did Donna ever talk about her?
I
Seemed
don't-
like she would be, I forget how old she'd be. Donna was several years older though.
I was George's brother.
Well, how much age difference then was there between Ira and Bernice?
Well, at least 15.
This picture.
Mhm.
You can tell Grandpa George.
There isn't anything you've got on to listen that I'm talking to.
I'm sorry, what?
He didn't have any old thing on that I'd be talking to.
I don't think he's touched it since we sat down.
What?
You were listening to that. So what else you got on there?
Getting it.
So what do you like to watch on TV lately?
Well, the main thing I like better than any of the rest of them, the only one, oh, look at that outfit.
Oh my.
Is that you?
Yeah, that little kid was, and my brother's on each side of me.
There's you.
We went to
again.
Afton.
Who's that?
Oh, girl. We went to an Afton, a real place to have your picture
That's
taken.
Gay Lou, isn't it?
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
Nothing.
The heck is that?
You and Dick and Bernice and Dean
Oh, we were up there, I bet,
at
at
the,
Winterset.
was
We
it, or
had to have her picture taken. We're up there. You know any of those? That is a wonderful thing to have when you have your little babies and take pictures of them when they're little and all
so they
that.
can watch when they grow up?
Mm-hmm.
It has trouble with certain pictures. Displaying them on
That looks like maybe it's tingling though.
Probably was.
Let's see, that one was just showing up fine.
A family reunion thing.
It's showing up on the computer, okay. Not cooperating very well.
You have to get up real early, Tony.
6:30.
That's early enough. Is that out at Morrison's?
Mm-hmm. You and it must be Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I think Mike has 2 kids now, I'm not sure.
Does it?
I know he has one little boy. Hey, where is that?
So Gay Lou's one of her places. That must have been in Nebraska.
Oh
I remember
my.
taking that picture.
I had to hold Chad. He was trying to run away.
Gary and Connie and
Was
Jenny.
that when you were crying so?
I don't know, it might have been.
Because you didn't get to go out and do the cans on the people's
Yes.
cars?
I think that's, wasn't that Greg's wedding or something?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Who's that?
Little Jenny and Becky.
I'll be darned.
That's
Well, that old bat's been around for quite a while.
That's from my wedding.
Look at those lines. Ew. That shows she's old. Boy, they had a beautiful home down
Yes,
there.
they did.
Old.
Down in Bethany.
1983.
That looks like Grandpa Arthur.
You and Alex.
I wonder whose baby.
That's Alex.
Is it?
Mhm.
And I hear Roger made one of those.
Mhm.
Was that the one he made?
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
Chad and David. Doug and Shauna.
It was Shauna and his wife. She was at my first
Doug
birthday.
gets up here once in a while. He goes up Northern Iowa and then always stops.
He was up here.
Oh, hey, don't turn that off.
Okay.
I'm gonna see that. Oh, I'm gonna see that. Oh, we're down in LaFair. Does that say welcome Ferguson's?
Uh-huh. Welcome back to Ferguson's.
Oh, good.
Where was it at?
Not LaFair. Wait a minute, don't take it off yet. Where was it, Lori?
Branson. Is it Branson?
No. Mm-mm. That's all they talk about, going back down there. Oh, for God's sake.
I don't think we went.
I can't stand this. My mind's got to start working.
I don't think John Becky and I went though.
No, I don't think you did. What the heck?
I'm gonna have to call Mom and ask her.
No, I'm going to think of it.
Okay. Missouri, Branson, Oregon.
Eureka.
Eureka, Kansas.
Eureka!
Eureka Springs. Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
And did you?
And it's down in Arkansas, isn't it? Here, I thought all the time was in Missouri, but I think it's clear down there. Now, aren't you glad I thought of that?
Eureka.
Well, I'll tell you. I have those. I've been having a lot of those spells I can't think, but I'm going to think if it killed me.
Was the?
Why does it say welcome back to Ferguson's?
Because we've been back down there so many. Or does it say it? Yeah, it does.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we've been there every year for at least 3 years.
How come I wasn't there?
Maybe you weren't hatched yet. I don't know.
Well, who's the kids in the front though?
Jenny and
Ryan.
Yeah?
I don't know who that is over there.
You were invited.
Well, how old were you?
Well,
You were having kids.
You'd probably home chasing the boys.
yeah, that's true. If Ryan was there, Tony would have been born. So I must have been
Looks
chasing.
like he's 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all of us didn't make it, of course, every time. Is Galo there?
It looks like her there in the black shirt. But
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
you and Tanya and
And
Gary.
they had
and
some
Connie.
kids.
I don't know who this little girl is over here.
Am I real fat?
No.
Oh, it looks like it.
That's just TV just looks
Is that
bad.
thing right there?
Yeah,
Well, that's a fat woman.
I don't think
I
so.
weighed almost 200 once.
Do you wanna continue the slideshow?
Yeah, well, you can turn it some more. I think Gary and Connie had a baby down there. I mean, took a baby. They didn't have a
Oh,
baby
maybe they
there.
took-
They took one with them.
Maybe they took Pat with them or something, or Mike or Steve, what was this?
Hey.
Oh, poor little grandpa.
Andy and Matthew.
Oh,
I remember taking this picture too.
you did?
Yeah.
Tony's the one that got locked up.
I thought you called him Grandpa Fart.
What? Yeah, he could do that.
Because I remember calling him that once too. You said, "Oh, Tony."
Let's see.
Mike with Chris, man, he looks like a doll on that. I mean, then he look like a real kid.
Mike's kind of showing his age now.
Mm-hmm.
Poor little guy. That out to Morrison's.
Mhm.
Now that's the best way to take a picture. Turn your head and look at the guy. They must not know. I can't. Who is that?
Steamroller.
Well, that wasn't too bad a picture, was it? Well, who is it? And where is this?
This
Somebody's
is Becky's
wedding?
wedding again.
Oh,
Bernice.
It's at her
didn't-
house.
That didn't look like her. That's Bernice.
Oh, there's a
You
big.
gotta say, oh, that was a. Does it?
Sure it does.
She's got a little more weight on her there, at least.
Well, there's old fatso. Oh boy. I wish I could have been thinking like I am now. 122 would have been pretty good. And our family reunion. Dick and I usually sit together. I raised that kid.
Diana.
Little Rachel looks like she's getting squished.
Matthew.
I think I was 14 years old when I helped raise Mom's kids.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
You and Rich.
That's cute.
In
He was
the,
awesome.
in the video you took of her birthday, you have a video of that picture being taken.
Who's that?
Liz.
Who?
Liz. Elizabeth.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Gosh, we've never. Liz? Elizabeth, and we've never seen her very much, have we?
Mm-mm.
What am I doing with Santa Claus?
You're seeing if you're naughty or nice.
Oh, gosh.
That's a good picture.
I hope I was nice. That's cute, isn't it?
Steve and Alyssa.
Just think how awful that was. She took him away from this country. Oh, look at that. Isn't that Alex?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where that black and white jacket is. Somebody stole it.
Oh, that's that front part, as I say.
Oh, my children, isn't that cute?
It's out of the Capitol. Who's that guy?
I don't know, but Darla and Hugh have both been out there. They went to a school project. That looks like Dean.
Oops.
Now that looks like her.
Oh, darn, that's a good one.
Let's see, it was Tony that Art locked up, and Art, he just felt so bad he almost bawled about it. Because he couldn't hear, and Tony wasn't supposed to be in anyway because they were afraid that something would fall on him. And then and I told him that he didn't mean to do it. I think he thought Grandpa did that on purpose. And then,
Oscar and John.
is that John with Oscar?
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, isn't that something?
Yeah.
What was the lamb's name?
Yeah, who are those kids?
Buff.
Can you
I'm
remember?
gonna go back to that one. It's me. Should have been me, Mike,
Oh,
David, and Doug. Or no, David and Darren.
oh really?
Mike's in the red coat.
Yeah?
And
Who's holding the bottle?
I think it's David.
Well then Darren,
I'm not sure if that really looks like Darren on that end, though.
aren't you a little squirt there?
But we were the three that were closest in age there, so that's...
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. That was cute.
So when you had, like, family reunions when you were a kid, did you have a lot of cousins and stuff to play with?
When I was little, 'cause I was the oldest, we didn't have very many cousins that lived around here. Just us big grown family. Hey, is that down there?
Is that Mom and Dad's?
Oh, shoot, I was going to go back down there.
That was Lisa's.
Just look at my back here. And Gary.
Gary's. This is kind of funny, too.
Oh, look at that happy couple.
Is that you and
It
Grandma?
looks like there's a rug there. But it was out there by where Cindy Allen lives. There's beautiful trees along there. We didn't get to have a wedding picture. So we could afford to get married.
After that always looked like she's grabbing Pat's ears. That picture.
Do you remember that one?
You're sitting on your car.
No, I thought that was Oscar and Iola, and he says it's George.
I don't know.
Sure you do.
That's you and Grandma Donna Donna. Who else was that one? Bertie and
Look at that, would you? There's the idiot taking a picture and I didn't want you to.
Grandma George was he kind of tall?
Mm-hmm. Well, he was just 6 foot. He's not tall like the rest of the big gang we have. Isn't that cute, Mommy? Dad was really pretty. Well, Donna and Doral. You know,
Full pictures.
does this, when you see these kind of pictures and all that stuff, doesn't that make you feel sad?
No, not
To
really.
think, oh, that old lady looks so nice.
That was your 80th, wasn't it?
70.
70? That was only 70.
Probably.
For all those ladies.
Well, my mother on the
You have to go back.
clear over, and little Donna, I suppose,
No.
and my grandmother,
see.
Helen Lucia, Aunt Maggie, and Maggie was Dad's sister, and Aunt Fay. Aunt Fay and Mother, her sisters,
okay.
and there's their mother in the middle.
What was your mom's name again?
What?
What was your mom's name again?
Where's what?
What was your mom's name again?
My mother?
Yeah.
Yeah, Arby Lilia.
Arby, yeah.
She hated Arby. Lilia wasn't much prettier, but Helen is a pretty name. And Aunt Maggie, she was Margaret. We were looking at, Bernice and I was looking at something the other day, and Aunt Fay was Fay Iola. So that's how I got all that.
How did you ever get from going to being called Helen to getting called Iola most of the time?
Why, my mother did that, didn't it, Whit?
Oh.
She didn't know enough coming out of the rain. Don't go tell her I said that.
Okay.
No, but see, we had Retta Bernice, and Bernice loves the name Retta and hates Bernice.
Mm-hmm.
And Stanley David Stanley, Arthur Truman, called him Truman.
So called everybody by their middle name instead of
Mm-hmm.
why she didn't just make that
Well,
their
she
first
wasn't
name?
well, she didn't have too many kids.
Oh, I guess. We didn't just.
Stanley David, he was called by his first name. Stanley was their name when they were born, or their last name when they were born, to Christopher Stanley.
Where did you live growing up?
Where'd I live? When I was, we usually lived, I always lived around Tingley, but a few years in Des Moines.
You lived with your grandma, didn't you?
I stayed with my grandmother when, but the Oscar had a job up there, and that's the reason we were up there. But I don't remember a thing about it, because I probably wasn't more than 2 years old when we moved back down here. When Mother decided she's going to have another baby, she came back down to poor little grandmother's. And then I got to stay with my grandmother an awful lot. I loved her to pieces. She was the sweetest, wonderful woman. And
I know another grandma just like this.
she had a cold pantry. Was over in the, it wasn't refrigerators. I think they had an ice box, but over in the northwest corner of this house out there on the way to Elston, they ruined it. That it always had wraparound porches, and it just was wonderful. And I'd be outdoors playing, and I decided I wanted to cook, and I'd come in. She had a big stone jar, and the lid on it, and I'd walk right by her, go in that pantry, get all the cookies I want, and come back out. They wouldn't do that to kids. They'd tell them to wait and have dinner, because dinner was ready. But I could do anything I wanted to. Boy, I loved her. I just loved her to
She's
death.
even smiling in that picture. Most people aren't smiling back then.
And they didn't have anything to smile about either. They were so hard up, it was pitiful. Aunt Maggie was leaving for California. That's one reason that. And she stayed with us for quite a few years. Slept in my bedroom.
Is she not married?
Yeah, but her husband had left her when. That's cute. She had 4 boys, I think.
Who's
Who
that?
the heck's that?
Sean, or not Sean, Tarla. Yeah, Tarla and Sean.
Oh, isn't
Or
that
not
cute?
Sean, what's his name?
Sean?
Tarla's husband's
Sean
Sean?
and Tarla?
Yeah, but no, that's not her husband. What's Tarla's husband's name?
There's a good one.
Whose husband? I mean,
Tarla's. His name's not Sean.
Adam?
Adam, there you go.
I've never seen that picture before.
Oh, there, that's cute.
I don't remember that one either.
You just love your little kids.
This is Becky's slideshow, because that's where these came from. I don't remember seeing it though.
You know who those kids are?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Alex and Tony.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
So this is the slideshow.
You'll have to preserve that and give that to his grandchildren.
What do you make copies for?
That's Iron Bernice?
Oh, it is. That is it. From right there, I was like, who the heck is that?
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Why, for heaven's sake, that gun. Oh, I'll be darned.
Is that out at Mom and Dad's? Because I kind of have my
Sure
way
is.
with those corner couch things.
I'm sure that's out there. I'll be darned.
You know, in a way, Mom looks a little bit like Bernice, doesn't she?
Yeah,
Huh.
Because the way her hair is and stuff.
that's been a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you were talking, that word fart's a bad word, but Dick Garland and Art, Dick Garland and Gary was standing there, and it was out by the old fireplace. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And Art was standing there just cutting him right and left. And Dick looked at the guys, and they had to smile, but they didn't roar out loud. If I'd have been there, I'd just have laughed my head off. Boy. That's cute. My gosh. Let's see, he's at least 15 years older.
Oh, there's stuff this one.
That's something, they had something for a teacher, a shower or something.
Is that the one sitting in the chair then, maybe the teacher?
Oh, yeah, but that was also a relative. Donna Hazel was married to Truman.
Mm-hmm.
And they lived in that house where, it's next to the Warner house down there by the schoolhouse. Good gosh. Eleanor Shields, you recognize her?
Very well.
Okay. I don't, my mother's there. Her grandma's there. I think I was pregnant. Look, I'm hiding behind somebody. Josephine Amy?
Mm-hmm.
Looked like a sour bunch. Oh. Who's that, do you know?
Aunt Faye.
It is?
Yeah.
Well, she's beautiful. She had the most gorgeous color hair. Auburn. Oh, Donna has auburn hair, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Who is
Well, that poor little fella.
Who's that?
Little Darl. Him had a bad life. He got a little older and he had pretty yellow curls. And isn't that Donna? Isn't that cute? Excuse me.
So you had all the kids at home except for Gary, right? Because you had to have him in the hospital.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had to go up there to read him. That was a cute picture of Becky by an old lady.
Mm-hmm.
What? Was that Billy?
And Tracy, yeah.
Was his wife with him?
Mm-hmm. I think she was smiling.
Well, I thought he'd have his wife.
Well, and for her to smile, too.
Who's that?
The old lady's having
Grandma?
another birthday.
Yeah, you got somebody's crazy glasses on, I think. Some of the kids with sunglasses.
Yeah. Oh, those are cute. I bet that was somebody's wedding. Did you remember going to one of their weddings?
Not right off, I don't. No, there's a Branson picture. You never got to go to Branson, did you?
Did you get to go there? Were you in that picture?
I didn't go with the group. Rich and I went down ourselves one time.
Oh. Yeah.
Actually, it was Rich and me and
Excuse me. Who's that?
Jenny, Rick, and Ryan and Connie.
Who you said what?
Connie, Jenny, and Ryan.
Connie?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
Yeah, J-Rick.
She changed a lot.
There's Chad and Nicole.
What's Buster? Are they Ryan Buster?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I know those love brothers. You know who that is?
Mm-mm. Did you?
Mm-mm. Kind of looks in one of them, Alex.
No. It's gonna be more like maybe Greg and Rhonda's, or not Greg and Rhonda, like Greg and Richard maybe it was.
Don loves his cheese. He had bad teeth and he has a plate, had whatever you call it, fixed to put in there. He wants to come up, but he never gets a chance. He delivers papers. I thought they told me it's 600, 3 days a week.
Does he still go to the hospital and do? Does he still go to the hospital and let him do tests on him for a week or whatever like he was doing?
Yeah, Yeah, he just got out. And then that's my nice little brother. Oh, look at that beautiful hair. Well, whose kids are those?
It's Tony and Alex.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why, they were so cute.
I know they really look good.
What's that?
Doug and Jenny. Jenny Rook. There's you and your...
Okay. Now, is that up there?
That's got to be a winter set, yeah, because that doesn't look like anything down here.
Well, I hear they're looking terrible. It just looks awful. I mean, Doris.
And who's older, Dick or Dean?
Dick's older than Dean. Stanley Truman and then Dick.
There's a boat thing. Where's that at?
Oh.
That or Omaha?
Over east at the gambling place, I think. That isn't it, is it?
I don't know where that's at.
Yeah, I remember that was a gambling boat.
Look at that hair.
And I gambled.
Did you win anything?
Yeah, I did. They gave you so much money. Oh, that's our college kids. And Art was always... Oh, there it is. Hey, look.
That's my favorite picture.
And look at our nice... Oh, wasn't that... Just look at that.
You didn't even have
that fireplace and that... And then you were down here with half a dozen boys and girls.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember? Mm-hmm. What guy was it you wanted?
I don't know if I wanted any of them. I just
Bill?
Bill and I were cousins. I couldn't want him.
Well, you were blood relative. No, but I think... Oh, isn't that nice?
I think that's one of my favorite pictures.
Who is it?
Who's the little kid there?
Me.
You?
Baby Lori and Uncle Gary.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Uncle Gary.
Mm-hmm.
And you made the fireplace and made that table. Anyway, Bill one time, we'd shoot baskets out here, and I'd guard him. He remembers about that. He's always talking about it. And then he was over at Marion England's place, and he called and he says, "Can I bring my good friend Steve?" And then what's the name of the Johnson kid?
Jim.
Then he called, "Can I bring my good friend Jim?" You weren't here that time?
Oh, probably.
We'd have girls here kind of lined up with the boys.
Well, there's usually Jim, Steve, and Bill. I'm not sure who all the girls were. You here? Mary Ann, maybe? Did she ever come over?
I don't know who.
Or Sarah.
Who?
Would have been Sarah Briner.
Briner?
There was a Sarah in my class that I was friends with.
She wasn't here. They were cute girls.
Oh.
Don't know who they'd be.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Poor little lonesome Gary. And that's that Sam. He was an ugly dog. What's that?
Oh, I don't know who that is. That, I think that was Paula. Wasn't it Paula, the black and white one?
I think it's done.
Where's
There's
it?
Dick and Gay Lou's wedding.
Oh, it is?
Go back to that one.
You mean up at our church?
Yeah,
Oh, for God's sake, I didn't even know we had a good picture of it.
Becky's the flower girl.
Oh, I'll be darned. Well, I'll tell you, I went through hell over that one.
Why is that?
Oh, all the family, everybody from Nebraska came over.
Oh.
I fed them and took care of them. Oh, I don't mean hell, I meant heck. Excuse me, Tony. I hope you never find out what that word is. And Donna could have had her wedding up there. It'd been really nice. I don't know why she wanted to do it. But we could have more friends and relatives and then more gifts.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have cost anything anymore.
Didn't she have like one of the biggest showers?
Hey, what?
Didn't she have like one of the biggest bridal showers in Tingley?
Oh, yeah. Now they had showers for her.
Who was was that John that was the ring bearer maybe? Must be.
I think so, with you and Becky and
Becky's
little flower girl. Well, who's the girls back over there?
I don't know. It kind of looks like maybe Mom and behind, but I don't know who's in that green dress.
Oh, I bet it was one of Dick's relatives. Maybe a sister or something. That's pretty, isn't it?
Who's the ring bearer? Whose wedding was I the ring bearer for?
I forget who.
Brian and Vicky.
I had a ring bearer at my wedding too.
You did?
Brian and Vicky who?
Hey.
Where in the heck did...
Somebody standing over there, somebody looking over there. Little dark haired, curly haired little girl. Oh, cutie.
I remember.
Oh.
Where in the heck did I marry Art?
Oh.
Did we get married?
I thought it was in the courthouse or something. Didn't you just go?
Over to Omaha. And that's where it was. No, it wasn't. It was a preacher. We went to. We got our license, and then I asked, Iola. I asked if that said anything about that preacher. If he had a very long ceremony. I said, I wonder what's wrong.
You know, we need to have some pudding. Do you want some pudding, Grandma?
Wasn't anybody with us then? Oh, there George with his little baby again.
Did you want some pudding?
Yeah, I can come out there.
Okay.
Who is that?
I don't know.
Well, where are you?
Looks like it might be you. Is that you? Who's that? Read your whole Matthew.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Oh, there's a good place. That's my grandmother's. Just exactly like that.
There's Ryan.
You don't have anything turned on here that anybody can hear.
Computer.
They can hear?
That lady can hear, can't she?
Oh, hey, is she not bad looking? That one's just got through having a big meal. She's all cooked out. Oh, I know where that is. Up at Ames. No. Where the heck was it?
What's it?
Hubbard, Iowa. Up in Hubbard. And we
Sharp?
went.